Okay, I believe I'm live. All right, folks. Good morning. How's everybody doing holed up in your house or wherever you're at? I am doing all right. I figured I'd give this thing another try. I am simulcasting, live streaming in two different locations, one on Facebook and the other on YouTube. So on Facebook, if you're watching this, you're watching it off of my personal page, my Facebook account, and I'm going to share it later to my CNM Integrity Holdings business account. And if you want to watch this on YouTube, you can check out the CNM Integrity Holdings YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, vice versa, I have a Facebook account you can follow. There is a Facebook page for CNM Integrity Holdings, as well as the Mega Multi-Mic. We'll get to that later. But yeah, just want to say hello, see how everybody's doing. If you're doing all right, if you're struggling in this weird, crazy time, let me know. We're all here to help each other out. But I named this particular live stream episode Homework. So, work from home. And, just to chat a little bit about things you can do to improve your productivity, your workflow process, and how to stay productive and on task while working from home, because sometimes it can be difficult. I know last week I pretty much took that as a very easy week. I played a lot of PlayStation 4, probably more than I played in the entirety of last year, which is not a lot actually, so not very surprising. But it's that time of year, it's that situation where now is the time to really focus and hone in on the things that you have to do to be productive and to build your business to the next level, or to see that level of growth that you want to achieve. And there's a lot of things that can be distractors at home. For me, that's the dogs. Like, I got up this morning at 8:15 thinking I was going to be, productive and roll out of bed to my desk. And if you can see, my bed is literally, well, however the way the camera is back there, it's literally like 2 feet from my desk. So I can roll out of bed and into my desk and start working. I call that efficiency. Some people might say that's lazy, but to me, it doesn't matter, because as long as I'm getting results, that's what matters. But anyway, woke up this morning thinking I was going to start my day off, fairly quick. Ended up having to walk the dogs and go to the storage unit to grab some things, and just got distracted. And I've been doing a little bit of work here and there from my phone, working on some deals, working on getting some new leads, some real estate deals. It's all good, but I think one of the things that helps me stay focused is basically just constantly reminding myself that there is something that I need to do. And I place an emphasis on the sense of urgency, because I think for a lot of us, if it's not a high priority task, we tend to want to put it off to a later time. I can do that tomorrow. That's not a big deal. I got other things to do, or I don't really feel like it. It's not that important. And then that's the realization. It's not important. So what is important? Once you identify those things that are high priority, that are important, and you need to address, that kind of starts to put things into perspective. I like to use checklists, task lists. I'm not a really big fan of the schedule system. I don't look at a planner and say from 1 to 2 I'm doing this thing, because in that time frame I may not be able to complete that task, but maybe for another set of tasks I can knock them all out in the same time frame. So instead I work around priority, what needs to be done first, and I work on that. Doesn't matter how long it takes to get it done, I'm going to work on that. And that kind of helps me stay flexible and adaptable, because in business things change. Something pops up. There's always a fire to put out, And there's always going to be something new that's going to take up precedent or importance or priority, and you're going to have to shift gears. So being able to identify what is important, what's not important, what can be put off, what shouldn't be put off, and being able to be flexible. That's a really big factor in being adaptive and being successful at productivity from home. Because let's face it, stuff always happens at home. Whether it's kids, for me it's the dogs, or just random stuff. Like yesterday, the sink in the kitchen just started shooting water out for no reason. So I had to go figure out why is that doing that. Luckily, it turned out it was a faulty filter, so I swapped that out, and now it's all fine. But things happen. Life happens. So when you're at home, what other things can you do to be productive? One of the things I like to do is put myself in the mindset of going to work. So I have a routine. Get up like you normally would, get dressed like you normally would if you're going to the office. Luckily for me, t-shirt, ball cap, jeans, that's usually what I wear anyway. So I'm comfortable. I like to be comfortable when I work. So that's the way I am. But if it means to get in your car and drive around the block and come back, do that so that you can get in the right headspace of being productive. And you'll find that as you are productive, you feel this certain level of accomplishment that is it's kind of like a positive feedback loop, right? So like you enjoy it, so you want more of it, so you go back and do more of it, and then you enjoy that and you want to go do more of it, and you just keep building on that cycle. So that's again why I really gravitate more towards task-based structure for my productivity, because being able to physically scratch something off that paper and say I've done that, that psychologically, that whole mental factor of accomplishing something brings a good positive energy to your workflow. So the more you're scratching off, the more productive you feel. And I mean, typically that would mean you are being productive because you're scratching off task items, especially if going back to what I started saying about prioritization. So if you have these items in order of priority, that you're scratching off these things that are important. So you are being productive. And it's not just a mental hack or a psychological trick to make you think that you're being productive when all you're doing is, I needed to put away the dishes from 2 weeks ago, so I'm going to go knock that out. That's fine. You probably should do that. You probably should have a habit of putting away your dishes much sooner, but that doesn't pay the bills. So what are the priority things that you have to do for your business to pay your business's bills, your the paychecks for employees or contractors or whatever? I'm not sure how you run your business, but having a business means there's a lot of factors involved in growth and success. And what are those things that you need to focus on? Those are the things you need to put at the top of your priority task list. So yeah, I just wanted to chat for a little bit about this stuff. I'm about to jump on a couple hours worth of phone calls. So if you don't hear from me or see anything on social media, it's probably because I'm using my phone to call. So let's go get some deals, guys. Let's make some money, and don't let working from home be something that stops you from being productive or successful. All right. You guys go ahead and take care, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stream on YouTube. So YouTube guys, thanks.